Yo, I'm ReiRay. Today I played a level that's a little crazy. Crazy? I was crazy once. So I did a little practice run from the beginning to the end. I was just going through each section of the level, getting a lay of the land, and making note of which parts I might need to practice the most. But before we get too invested in the gameplay of this level, I would like to talk about the visuals of the level. It looks very good. I think specifically the first two intro sections and the Rob Top level fake out. Those are really good sections, but this level isn't very consistent in its design quality, I guess. One section of this level has this futuristic, animatronic, industrial, electrical vibe, and it's like super cool inspired. And the next section, it like goes back in time and it's this old-timey film design, which is cool and interesting. And then it swells and the music swells and it's, ooh, what's gonna happen? Generic glow design. It's just like, what? Like we got these cool inspired sections and then the big drop and it's like, boom, Desmond jump scare, boom, Desmond. Like it's just generic glow design. It's just like, how did, and I can't be too tough on it. Maybe that's what the creator was going for. That's the capital Z in CraZy right there, the Desmond. The later entries to this trilogy get much better visually and thematically. So I can't batter this one up too much because it is, just beginning. The first 8% is just ship control. Can you fly? Can you fly? You can fly, yes? Okay, you can go. There's just some gravity flips and some size changes, but that's it. And then we have this terrible transition. It's not really bad. I just hate floaty game modes into other floaty game modes. Like, there's no world where that's ever gonna be consistent. You're just gonna be in a different spot every single time. The UFO itself is like 6 clicks, 6 awkward clicks, but I think that's more of a trope of the UFO than it is of this part of the level. And then we take a dash orb into the second section. This section has 2 distinct halves. The first half is all about timing. Can you click at this specific time? Also, the level did just rewind time. That might not be a coincidence. The second half is just a countdown to the drop, and it's just ship control the whole way. I only really died at this one gravity flip. For some reason, it's kind of tight. I guess that's why I died, but whatever. Then we get to the drop, the part that I ragged on a lot. It's not actually that bad. It is feature-worthy design. It's just kind of out of place. Like the sections before and after this section are all infinitely better than this part, and this part is at the drop, so it just feels underwhelming. It's just like the cool inspired sections and then cool other inspired sections. It's just like, how'd you build up to that and then end with something? I don't know, it feels weird. In terms of gameplay, this is actually like the funnest part of the level, the part I enjoyed the most. It's got this motif where you click 4 times with different game modes, and then you do some straight flying, you do some spamming. It's a good part of the level. Like, it's actually fun to play. Ravioli approved. That's such an obscure reference. And then we have the famous Rob Top level fake out. Basically just reinterpreting the much simpler level and making it more like high res or realistic, which is really cool. And then we enter Spooky Red Zone. I don't know, man. I don't know if that's a reference to the level it's recreating. I don't remember. I don't know. The gameplay itself is not that bad. It's fairly easy. Just do a couple jumps and spam with the wave. It's fine. On the other hand, we have the next section, this short stint. This part sucks. This is the worst part of the level in terms of gameplay. It looks cool, but it sucks. This part is the only part that put me through pain. It just is the only part that put me through pain. There's inconsistencies, there's timings that I don't think were meant to be timings, and then to top off, put the little cherry on top, there's a blind jump. I'll let past me talk about it real quick. Just stupid. I hate the how. Stop saying how. I know how. It's because it's stupid. It's stupid. Ah! It's a blind jump. That's how. Don't talk to me, level, like you know who I am. Damn it. Yeah, I hate that part. It's don't put blind jumps. Like, I'm sure you can see it a little if you're trying, but like in the middle of a really fast section, you can't. You just have to go off internal memory, and it's just not fun, especially at 80% of the level or whenever it comes. It's boo. Boo! I hate it. And after the stupid blind jump, you got red zone. Red zone, red zone. I don't know, you ship on through, and then you get ate by the skeleton man. And then you're in the final section of the level. Woohoo! I practiced this final section and the section right before, the one I was just complaining about, the absolute most. Those two sections, or these two sections, are the hardest parts of the level. The last two sections. Why did it have to be at the end? Whatever. I practiced them a lot, and I made sure that I was very good at them, so I didn't have any trouble when I got here. This last section is all about timing. Just like the old filmy part, you have to care about really specific jumps, basically. Like, let's look at the first 4 jumps of this cube. With this first spike, you just jump as close as you can or want to with this spike, right? And then what matters is the green orb timing. You want to click this timing late. And then you gotta jump up over this spike upside down. And that timing, you have to time late. But the next timing, no. You can't jump at the last second. If you jump right before the spike, you'll be too high and end up hitting the spike after the jump and hit your head, basically. So you actually have to look at where you're jumping. You have to kind of jump early, but not too early, but early. Very specific timings. And it's just like right at the end of the level. It's weird. We got some straight fly, we got some surprisingly difficult robot clicks, and then a UFO. And now we're at 94%. There's only 6% of the level left. There can't possibly be anything annoying in it. This is classic bad gameplay. A loosey-goosey transition into a floaty game mode with no wiggle room corridors. This is like trying to stop a grease fire with water. Well, it's annoying. It's not that bad, but it is annoying. Well, anyway, let's actually run through the level now. Well, 54%. That's my first actual new record. Okay. There you go. Yeah! Speed Demon, new main color. There was coins in this map. I saw the first one. There was 2? Okay. Oh my god. It gave me a bit of a rush. It gave me... Yeah, come on, baby. Way too many attempts for a hard demon, but... Yay! Good level, I love ya. Alrighty, that was awesome. I really enjoyed that. That's a good level. It looks really cool. And there's one part I hate, and it's the blind jump when it says how when you die. I think that's so dumb. And there's a couple of clicks that are just like, why are they timed like that? Like, that didn't seem intentional, but I can learn it, so it's not really that bad. It was really just that how jump. I'm glad I didn't actually die to it. I practiced the end so much that I just got it in one go. So, yeah, I fluked from 54. Not bad, not bad. Well, anyway, I've been ReiRay, and if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe, come on, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye!
Some days I wish I had a relationship.